All right, awesome. Well, welcome to the call. Today we're going to talk about systems and tracking, and Rachel and I are going to explain what we do and what works for us. I'm going to talk more on tracking on a whiteboard and also Excel, and Rachel's going to talk about tracking on paper. I believe just paper, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. Let's see. I took a picture of my whiteboard. It's kind of blurry, but you can kind of see. My whiteboard, I just track for my team. And I think it's really important that you track all your coaches in, like your personally sponsored coaches, just because your business really doesn't grow if your coaches aren't growing with you. So what I have here is I track everywhere my coaches are. So I have from the left, inactive coaches, regular coaches, emerald, ruby, diamond, star diamond. And I like seeing this because I look at it every day. It's on my wall right here next to me. And I can see who I need to work with more on certain things, who I need to follow up with more, and then just where all my coaches are, because my plan is to move them from one section to the next. So inactive to regular coach, from regular coach to emerald, emerald to ruby, and so on. And I also have a section in the bottom that says verge of being inactive. And I have a date there. So it says verge of being inactive by 5/18. So under those, I have my coaches that are on the verge of being inactive in this current week. And I like to keep track of that because it could potentially, make you lose rank or any of that. And most of the time, some of your coaches don't even know that they are on the verge of being inactive, because a lot of coaches don't even look at their back office, especially if they're a discount coach or a new coach. So I like to just follow up with those people and just let them know. And then I also have a section at the bottom too that says this week's actions. So I like to give myself no more than 3 actions for the week, that what I need to do either to reach a certain goal or help another coach reach their goals or whatever it may be. And I like to see that just because I'm a visual person. So I love to see, what I need to do. And every day, every morning I look at it and I know those are the 3 things that I need to do this week. So that's what I have for my whiteboard. And I'm going to go ahead and share my Excel form I have here. And this is kind of overwhelming if you're, you don't really track. Sometimes me looking at it, it's a little overwhelming, but once you get into the habit of it, it's very easy. I have basically a whole system that I go through. My new contacts right here, those are people that I friend request, and they accept my friend requests. And I also put the date next to it on everything. That way I know the last time I was in contact with this person. And then I have new engagements. Those are the people that I just comment on their post. And again, I have the date next to it. And non-Beachbody convo started. So these are the ones that I just start a regular conversation with, just building that relationship. Nothing about Beachbody, nothing about what I do yet. And then I also have a next section over here for challenge group invites and coaching opportunity invites as well. And then I have my follow-ups right here. And if you kind of see, this is like my whole process I go through. So I'll add somebody as a friend from a new contacts. And then for that person next, I'll go into commenting on some of their posts. And then maybe a few days later, that person, I'll go into starting a conversation with them. And then depending on how the conversation's going, I'll either invite that person to my challenge group or my coaching opportunity, or sharing the coaching opportunity with them. Depending on how that conversation's going. And then I also have my follow-up section. The numbers next to it, like right here, I have a 3. I have a rule for myself really that I don't like to go over 3 follow-ups. So if I'm following up with somebody and the first time they get back to me, yes, and then maybe like the second or third time they might ignore me or kind of give me the runaround. So after the 3rd time, I just let it be, let it go. And then after a while, I'll kind of just go through this whole process again of, starting to comment on their posts again, starting another conversation with them, and then maybe following up with them about either the challenge group or coaching opportunity that we talked about. I also have different color coded things right here. So the red, that was for after the holiday. I think that was Christmas, or I don't remember what holidays this was. These are really old. And then the blue is that they were saying that they're going to order. So that way it alerts me that I need to, follow up with these people. They said they were going to order. And that way I see that right away when I look at it. And then also, it's kind of crazy on here. At the bottom, I have a section for future possibilities, which are people that told me that, maybe in the future, not right now, but maybe, in a couple of months or whatever it may be. So I put their names right here, and I keep track of what we talked about. So whether it was coaching or, my challenge group. So that way later on, a few months from now, I'll just go through these and kind of follow up with each one of them. Then I also have another section for no answers. And these are people who just straight told me no. I like to keep track of these people just because obviously not right now is not the best time for everyone. So I like to keep track of these people too. And then I like to go through my process again of constantly commenting on their post, starting conversation up with them if I find something that we can talk about, that we connect on, and just keeping that relationship with those people. And then at the bottom, I have an ordered section. So I haven't updated this in a while either, but this is just everyone that has ordered from me. And I'll put next to it, the date they ordered, and also if it was for coach, discount coach, challenger. And then in the red, those are people that were just signing up for my challenge group. They didn't sign up as a discount coach or coach. And again, that alerts me that I can go back and follow up with these people and possibly see if they would like to coach. Because again, your challengers are your best coaches. And that is all I have for Excel. Again, to just recap on that, this is my process. I love to have this to look at because, if you're opening it up for the day and you have to, sometimes I open my computer and I just really don't know what to do today or where to start, or any of that. So I like having this because I know I can go and say, okay, I got to add some people. And then if it's time for me to do some comments on people's posts, I just pick a few people out of my friend requests and start commenting on their posts. And then if I need to start up a few non-Beachbody related combos, then I pick people that I've, commented on their posts and see what I can talk about and start that conversation, and so on. So it's kind of just a whole process that I go through. And that's mine.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Ashley.
Absolutely.
I have tried to do all kinds of tracking. So I got like a TeamZ trial, paid for it for a month, did it for like a week. I just keep coming back to this like super simple paper and pencil. I don't know. I like writing. I like paper and pencil. So that's worked to me. So that's what I was going to talk about. I don't know if you guys know about Sarah Try's call that she did. It's like this formula that she put together based on the daily activities that you need to do in your business to make a certain income in a month or in a year. So you would do this over the course of a year, every single week, to make that specific income. So I have the pictures in our team page. So I was just going to kind of show you that real fast and then show you how I line that up. So let me screen share. Okay, so here are the different income goals in a matter of 12 weeks. Now there is a formula, but I'm not a math person, so I don't understand the formula. So I just don't even do it at all. I just put the amounts in there. So I like work on this like 2,000 plus a week in 12 months goal at this point. So basically what that means is that you should be getting Success Club 20 every single month, and 5 of those being new coaches. 5 of those being new challengers, and 5 of your personally sponsored coaches to Success Club. That's your monthly goal. And then you have weekly activities to get there. So with my weekly activities, I write this out every single week. And so I have a section for new friends, and I line it out to 20 because I'm supposed to have 20 new friends in a week. Business invites, I have to have 10 a week. Challenge group invites, I have to have 10 a week. Follow-ups, I have to have 40 a week. Ongoing conversations, 20 a week. And coach one-on-ones, 10. And then I just fill it out. So like, let's say for instance, I don't want to work all 7 days this week. So I go through and I know that I have to send out 4 follow-ups if I'm going to work 5 days. I have to send up I have to make 4 new friends that week, or that every single day. I have to send out 2 business invites every single day. I have to send out 2 challenge group invites every single day. And I have to follow up with 8 people every single day. If I'm going to get all of my stuff done in 5 days, that I don't have to work for the weekend, or, my husband's schedule is weird, so that changes. Sometimes it's Tuesdays and Wednesdays, whatever that is. So I go through and I just make sure that I get this done. And then you can go back through all of the pages. So this one says week of May 16th. And I don't have my other folder with all of my other stuff. So otherwise I'd get all that out. But so then you're able to go back just like Ashley does with her Excel and see where, so I sent out 10 challenge group invites last week and 10 business invites last week. So I should probably follow up with those 20 people at some point in time over the next week or 2, right? So then those would just fall into the follow-ups as I'm moving through the thing. And then obviously you would just go from there. So like, let's say you wanted to make $2,500 a week. Well, obviously you're going to add, now I'm going to do 15 business invites. Now I'm going to do 15 challenge group invites, or I'm going to do 50 follow-ups, or whatever the case is. So you just like slowly add to it as you hit those marks. And it starts out small. It starts at 150 a week. So depending on where you are currently in your business, you can move your stuff along that path. So I'm not saying that everybody that's starting out needs to be doing 40 follow-ups a week, because that's what I am working towards, that plus more for my specific income goal. But it's a really awesome way for you to just see it. It's right there. And that way, because it's right there, you see that this is how much work you still have to do for this week, so that all of these blanks are filled in, or you've done all your work for this week, so you don't feel guilty for not checking in one day or not sending out a friend request one day because you've done it already. And so sometimes I do that. As you can see, this is just Monday, but I already have 16 new friends because I went through my friends and actually people. So that part's done. So then tomorrow I don't have to worry about that, but I do only have 2 business invites, and I have to send 2 more tomorrow, or challenge group invites, and I have to send 2 more tomorrow, or I only have 6 follow-ups, so I still have 2 to do today and 8 tomorrow, and so on and so forth. So this has been like the one thing, because I remember in the past, so this call, Leslie had her as a guest speaker last January, I feel like. And it was one of those things where that was like my huge aha moment, because here I was with this income goal, but I was not doing the daily activities to reach that goal. So I was like, now I finally have, like, I've been told, send out invites, send out challenge group requests, send out follow-ups. Okay. But how many? Like, I'm a numbers kind of tell me exactly specifically what you need me to do. I'll do it. But if you don't give me the specifics, then I'm just like, la, 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 I'll just send out 1. I'll send out 2 today, that kind of thing. So this was really eye-opening for me, because I was able to like look at this and go, okay, now I know I'm sitting here at the computer. I have to get this, 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 and this done. For the ongoing conversations, that is messages that I send out, but that can also be engagements, just like Ashley talked about, because I do like doing the engagement side of it as well, because that pulls those people back into your Facebook feed. And so then when you send out challenge group posts that you're going to make, or that coaching opportunity post that you make on your Facebook feed, those people that you have commented on their page or sent them a message just chatting about nothing, not Beachbody related, they see that come around, and then you're already kind of having that conversation. So then they're able to go, hey, I saw your post today. What, can you talk to me more about that? And so then it's, kind of naturally moves into that progression for you, and you don't have to feel all skeezy or feel all out of sorts or whatever by sending out these messages that nobody wants to see, or, whatever the case is. So that's all I have. This is a super short call. And there's only, Natasha, I was just talking about the Sarah Try thing, so you already know about that. Ashley just shared her Excel information and her whiteboard information, which I really like that, because I have this huge whiteboard, Ashley, up in my office upstairs that's just literally nothing's there. I think that I wrote in it like 3 years ago, my downline at that time. That's really good. So now that's a really good, maybe I should move that downstairs into this office instead and get back to writing on that board, because I do like that that's your coaches, and so then what coaches to reach out to.
Yeah, it's really hard to keep track of your coaches too, so that's why I like it, because it's all right there for me.
And one of the things that it was really cool in regards to tracking coaches or tracking your business goals that I really liked was a friend of mine, or a coach, Kayleen, told me that she was reading, and I don't remember what book she read it out of, honestly, but actually it was a podcast, but the guy talked about how boxes want to be filled. All boxes need to be filled. So if you set your goals out and line them up with boxes that you have to check off for that day, or write down like this, or in your Excel thing, then that gives you like something to drive for. So last year when I was pushing for Elite, I had it all written out, like, okay, I have to have 20 active coaches. I didn't even have 20 active coaches in like October. So I was like, oh my God. Okay. So I have like a little box for that. So 20 active coaches. I had to have 5 diamonds, box for that. I had to have 2, one of my diamonds still needed an emerald. So I had to have a box for that, like that kind of thing. And so then that was like super awesome, just checking that box off on my whiteboard every time that I hit that goal. And sure enough, I hit every single one of those goals, because there it was staring in your face every single day, this empty box that needs, the universe wants to fill, your brain wants to fill, your cute, dry erase marker wants to fill, or whatever the case is. Like, so there you go. That's how I track business.
So true.
It's the one that's worked for me. Like I said, I had that Team Z thing. We even did an entire group about Team Z, and I don't use it.
Yeah, I tried to, and I just
paper. I mean, it is.
Into it.
So did anybody have any questions? I know there's only 2 on, but those of you watching the recording, if you do have questions, please post in the event, and we'll be happy to share those with you. And I guess that's it. Enjoy your Monday. Bye, guys.
All right. See you guys.